We know they're in there somewhere. Names listed in the graduation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, I'd like to welcome you to the 51st commencement at Northern Adirondack Central School District. Would you please stay standing and join Class President Ms. Annika Knight for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to take a moment and introduce our guests on stage with me this evening. School Superintendent Mr. James Knight, President of the Board of Education Mr. Phelan Miner, High School Guidance Counselor Mr. Tim McAfee, Class Advisors Mrs. Krista Ringer and Ms. Tiana Marrero, and Buildings and Grounds Supervisor Mr. Jay Bouchard. Graduation is the culmination of many years of hard work. I'd like to next recognize our faculty and staff here this evening. They have been coaches, advisors, teachers, counselors, and sometimes their job is just to listen. Their demonstrated commitment to the success of our graduates here this evening is worthy of our praise. Thank you all. And a special thanks to Mr. Jeff Dory and Mrs. Heidi Danis, who are retiring this year. Congratulations to them and good luck on their next journey. Finally, I'd also like to take a moment and thank all of the parents and families here this evening. Our students could not have completed this challenge without your support. Thank you. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Don't put the cart before the horse, and never underestimate a pandemic. Last year, when I spoke at graduation, I urged our students and families not to lament the time we were spending away from our normal activities, and to look at this worldwide event as an opportunity. Make more time to practice the things you like to do. spend more time as a family together, take up a new hobby, or get to those projects you keep putting off. I also said don't fixate on what you want. Look at what you have. Time. I think I can speak for everyone when I say Lowe's is out of paint and lumber. I don't ever want to watch Netflix again. I gained 10 pounds. No one has a kayak, canoe, tent bike, skateboard, scooter, or PlayStation left in a store or online. I've read my whole pile of books that I've been meaning to get to. I cleaned my garage, my cellar, and I'm sick of yard work. We missed each other this year, and we're tired of being alone and anxious. Although last year's valedictorian admitted, you know you guys are going over to your friend's house. Just say it. That said, despite the difficulties of COVID precautions and rules, our students excelled. They were still inducted into honor societies. They were still recognized for hard work. They still earned scholarships. They adjusted, adapted, and overcame. When I look at the skills we try to teach our students to be able to survive in a new technology-rich economy, I think our students adjusted before the adults did. They navigated Google and Chromebooks, submitted homework online, met virtually with Mr. McAfee, submitted college applications online, and attended virtual college campuses. Despite all of the barriers this last year and a half has presented, our students made it to graduation, all of them. I'm not questioning our graduates' abilities to survive the future of this new technology economy. They did. I am more concerned with our ability to keep pace with our students as we return to whatever normal will be next September. While this pandemic is not yet over, we are hoping to return to normal. I think it's important to question, what did we get out of this? I guess I could use the impressive changes the faculty made in their teaching strategies, or the transition to virtual and hybrid learning. I could reference the massive effort by our support staff preparing thousands of meals to be delivered to homes, or the incredible effort that went into cleaning the building every day and constantly. Moving hundreds of pieces of furniture to manage social distancing. The unbelievable effort our business office put into getting incredible numbers of technology and supplies on campus before our students arrived throughout the school year, or the hours put into rerouting bus runs so that everyone could be here on their days. I could use this as evidence of what we learned and we could do and what we learned and what we could do in a very short amount of time with no guidance and very few resources. But I think I want to focus on what our students accomplished this year. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of our students' achievements this year. First of all, I'd like to ask Tyler LaValle to stand. He's this year's recipient of the Woodman of the World U.S. History Award. Next, I'd like to ask the following students to stand and be recognized. Emily Brooks, Colton Poirier, Emma Dominic, Matthew Jarvis, Annika Knight, Nolan Knight, Aiden Lambert, Felton Lashway, Jeremy LaValle, Tyler LaValle, Morgan Lawrence, Brady Magoon, Zoe Magoon, Tyler Mick, Maya Mitchell, Riley Pavetta, Nadia Potts, Emma Rabideau, Alexandria Roberts, Layla Spohr, Chelsea Tanzer, Emily Van Valkenburg, and Alana Vassar. These students still managed to be inducted into the New York State Math Honor Society this year. Great work. Next, I'd like the following students to be stand and be recognized. Ethan Forkey, Dustin Lashway, Isaac Pratt, Cody Lambert, Brady Magoon, Ethan Perry, Matthew Jarvis, Brandon Manor, Wyatt Warren, Taylor Mick, and Caden Bruce. All of these students were inducted into the National Technical Honor Society this year. Outstanding. Taylor Mick, would you please stand again? Taylor Mick was a CV Tech Student of the Year. Every year, the Clinton County School Boards Association recognizes the top 10% of the graduating class. Normally they would have a dinner, and this year we couldn't. When I read your name, please come to the podium and accept your plaque. Annika Knight. Nolan Knight. Matthew Jarvis. Jeremy LaValle. Dalton Lashway. Tyler LaValle. Maya Mitchell. Alexandria Roberts. And Emily Van Valkenburg. Congratulations to all of our outstanding students. I think I can say with some level of confidence that despite the obstacles our students face this year, they chose success. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2021. Next, I'd like to introduce Matthew Jarvis, co-salutatorian, to deliver his welcome address.
Good evening, friends, family, and peers. Thank you for joining us today as we, the class of 2021, graduate and move forward to the next step in our lives. If it wasn't for you guys, many of us probably wouldn't be here today. It is the values and ethics that you have taught us that have made us who we are. You have shown us that hard work and determination are key to success. I would like to personally thank my parents for constantly backing me every step of the way. I know, no matter what, you'll always have my back. I love you guys. I would also like to say thank you to the teachers here at NAC. All of you have made a huge impact on our lives. And a special thank you to Mrs. Trombley, Miss Ansett, and Mrs. Danis. You guys are the best. I would like to thank my girlfriend Julia and her parents Justin and Patty. The past few years, you guys have helped me to decide the next step I want to take in my life. My time throughout high school has been both chaotic and exhilarating. An overflow of emotion is the simple way of putting it. My peers and I have had to change and adapt to the new, remote way of doing things. All I can say is kudos to us. We have been put through a pandemic that no one saw coming, and somehow we managed to make it through. This is the first time in a year and a half that I've been able to see many of my peers here together. Even though the pandemic was very unfavorable, it has opened up some opportunities that the classes before us didn't have. I, like many of you, was able to maintain a job with steady hours each and every week. Not going to school as much allowed for me to pick up much more hours and easily transfer into the workforce. I'm glad that I have chose to go to CV Tech. It showed me that I enjoy working with others and performing labor-intensive work, which is the reason why I have decided to go straight into the workforce. My CV Tech experience was amazing. I've acquired many skills that will be beneficiaries throughout my life. I have met many people who share my interests and who I am glad to call my friends. As we embark on this journey, I encourage you to make your own mark. Too many times we follow the footsteps of others, but this is our life to live. Don't choose to go into a career solely for the income. Follow your passion. For those who choose to do what they love are the true winners in life. I would like to thank everyone for their time.
Next, I'd like to have Jeremy LaValle, co-salutatorian, come up and deliver his welcome address.
Just as with other aspects of life, I feel that it is my personal obligation to begin my speech on a good note. As I have been informed, I will not be graded on the content nor the delivery of my speech, to the benefit of everyone, and I mean everyone. That means I will only take a small portion of time, and there will be not as nearly overly sophisticated words that every English teacher I've ever had, Mrs. Danis and Mrs. Perkins specifically, knows that I sprinkle in to make myself seem more competent than I actually am. Now that I've relayed that information, I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to all of those in attendance. Today, everyone will bear witness to a pivotal moment in each of our lives. As the class of 2021, we lie at the end of a 4-year journey through high school, one that has defined who we are as individuals and set a precedent for our future successes. From the very day that we obtained the title of freshman, a high standard was placed upon all of us. Through the words of the administration and older students, each of us acknowledged the expectations that we needed to reach and exceed as well. No longer were we simply children, and we had to prove ourselves and our abilities. Fortunately, standing on this stage, I can confidently say that my class and I have risen to the occasion. As each year progressed, we gradually built upon ourselves and our academics. We faced adversity unlike any other, as that is quite evident today with the current state of the world. However, we did not allow ourselves to be written off as another grade to fail. Obstacles such as these, which would have been disastrous for the vast majority, only brought us closer together. There was a sense of camaraderie and playful friendship among the class that, although it may come in the form of borderline harassment at times, is invaluable to us. We each played an instrumental role in each other's successes, and that fact alone has brought us to where we are at this very moment. At the same time, I feel it is necessary to remain humble. In ceremonies such as these, it is easy to simply recognize the outstanding effort of the students themselves. However, I think it is fair to say that none of us would have accomplished the feats we had if it was not for our support system. On behalf of my entire class, I would like to extend our gratitude first to the teachers and other staff who have stood by our side. Throughout high school, you have been undoubtedly gotten on our nerves. For myself, personally, that statement brings back some memories of writing a long, strenuous research paper in 10th grade that honestly required too much to justify preparing us for the Regents the following year that we never took. But I digress. With that said, each faculty member has guided us in realizing our goals. They aided us in our toughest moments and were the first to celebrate in our proudest. Each of you have been mentors for us, and we are all lucky to stand in your presence. Additionally, it would be amiss of me not to place a spotlight on the impact of friends and family as well. In fact, many of these same individuals are seated now. Please know that your unwavering devotion and endless love that you have given to those who walk across the stage tonight has not been in vain. Although each of us grew from different backgrounds and therefore in different familial environments, we can all attest to the importance of those we hold dear in our career. In my case, I can openly admit that I would not have been capable of reaching graduation alone. I am but one mere individual. Just beyond the surface lies a multitude of loved ones who have brought me to this position. Now, I'd like to take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to hand a rose to those involved while I still can do so. To my biological parents, step-parents, and parental figures like Angela, thank you for being my rock. From the moment that my light-up Skechers hit the steps leading up to the school on the first day of kindergarten, you have all been there for me. Whenever I needed help on a project, someone to listen to my essays for the 1,000th time so that I could reach perfection, or bring me to functions or wrestling meets, each of you readily rendered your assistance. No matter how many times I became frustrated or overcame with stress, I always had a shoulder to lean on. There were multiple times that I put down the pencil, but each of you worked to pick it back up. When I lacked the motivation to press onward, I thought about what you all have sacrificed for me to have the chance to even participate as a scholar, and I gained the strength I so desperately needed. Without you all, my lifelong aspiration of achieving a 100 overall average would have never been possible. For that, I am forever grateful. To all my grandparents, thank you for being the gentle souls that you are. Throughout my life, you all stand with my parents and have been there for me when they were unable to do so. Your ability to move steadfastly to my side is acknowledged, and I could not be more thankful. Each moment we spend together is filled with an endless stream of wisdom and advice that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Not to mention more hearty meals and straining labor than I know what to do with. To my siblings and cousins, I appreciate all the experiences and laughs that we have had together. Since day one, you have all looked out for the best interest in one another. In both our worst and greatest times, I could always depend on the presence of each of you. Throughout the years, we have grown in age, but we still remain the same immature children that we were in our hearts. Although we have had our differences throughout our childhood, I would not replace the bond we share for the world. And lastly, I would like to recognize a woman who holds a very special place in my heart, my late grandmother, Catherine Mitchell. Despite the short time we've had together, you have certainly had a profound impact throughout the entirety of my life. You guided me through the divorce of my parents, and through that process helped me find myself and my worth. Since the moment of your passing, I have dedicated myself to achieving the goals that we set in my early youth. It brings me great happiness to say that today marks the completion of the most distinguished among them. I hope that I made you proud, Nana. I love you more than anything in the entire world. I know you're watching over me, and I will move forward with you in my heart. With the help of these significant individuals, I am ready to face what lies ahead, just as I know that my peers are. To the graduating class of 2021, I welcome you and everyone here once more, but this time to the beginning of the next journey of your lives. When you first take hold of your diplomas, make a commitment to yourself. Do not simply step off stage with the hopes of a fruitful future. Create one. We all have expressed the ability to achieve greatness in our small community. Now, it is time that we show the world what we are capable of. No matter the path that each of you may take, do so with passion and vigor. We are the foundation of the next generation. Realize that. Together, let us take the torch passed down to us and forge a prosperous world we are all proud of. Thank you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to present a number of awards and scholarships to members of the class of 2021. Northern Adirondack students will receive $335,138 in awards and scholarships this year. Before I do, I'd like to express to our 51st graduating class my personal best wishes for every success and happiness in the future. This evening we have both awards and scholarships to be given, and I have plaques to award our valedictorian and salutatorians in recognition of their outstanding academic achievement over the past 4 years. The first plaque is awarded to Annika Knight, valedictorian of the class of 2021. Co-salutatorians this year are Matthew Jarvis, and Jeremy LaValle. Give them one more round of applause. At this time, I will announce the donors of awards and scholarships and the names of the recipients. Please hold your applause until I've completed announcing all of the names. This year, the Plattsburgh State University is awarding a North Country Scholarship that will be valued up to $3,500 per year, renewable up to 4 years based on individual tuition assistance. It is awarded to Nadia Potts. The Port Little Rose, 1,300 Catholic Daughters of America are giving 2 $400 scholarships this year. The winners are Jeremy LaValle and Madeline Sequin. The Ellenburg Center Fire Department has instituted a $300 award, and the recipient is Nadia Potts. The Altona Volunteer Fire Department has established 2 awards in the amount of $200 each. They will go to Gabrielle Jarvis and Wyatt Warren. The Sunderland Scholarship in the amount of $250 per year for 4 years is given in memory of Helen LeGree Sunderland, who lived and worked in our school district for many years. Emily Van Valkenburg receives this award. This is the 45th year for a memorial award in honor of William F. Patnoe, former president of the Board of Education. The recipient of this $100 award is Cameron Trombley. The Morrow family has donated $250 award in memory of their son, Dennis. Madeline Sequin will receive this award. The Northern Adirondack School District employees honor the memory of past district principal Bernard P. Herrica with a $100 award to Madeline Sequin. The Northern Adirondack Teachers Association honors John W. Harold, former superintendent of schools, with 6 $350 awards. They go to Jeremy LaValle, Tyler LaValle, Riley Pavetta, Emma Rabideau, Alexandria Roberts, and Emily Van Valkenburg. This is the 18th year of the Barry Livermore Memorial Scholarship established by the Northern Adirondack Teachers Association. The $350 award to a student who is pursuing a career in science or mathematics is given to Annika Knight. A scholarship in memory of Ronald Patnoe in the amount of $100 and awarded on the basis of scholarship and athletic performance goes to Nolan Knight. Church, youth activities, high moral character are the requirements for the Area Protestant Christian Church scholarships of $150 each. These awards go to Jeremy LaValle and Tyler LaValle. Isaac Pratt is a recipient of a scholarship in the amount of $100 donated by the Wrestling Booster Club. The NAC Parent Teacher Organization scholarship in the amount of $200 each goes to Mackenzie Dufresne and Emily Van Valkenburg. The Fillmore W. King's Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $250 is designated for a student pursuing a nursing or related career in medicine. This award goes to Mackenzie Dufresne. This is the 31st year of the Jerome Dowd Memorial Scholarship. The criteria for this $300 award is high moral character, leadership, and scholarship. The recipient is Nolan Knight. Dean Belrose is the recipient of the $250 Petroshin Gedevesky Memorial Scholarship. The Michael Montgomery Memorial Scholarship, based on student leadership, scholarship, and service in the amount of $500, is awarded to Annika Knight. The family of Tara Lynn Bushy have established a memorial scholarship in her memory in the amount of $200. The recipient is Nolan Knight. Leadership, scholarship, and high moral character are the criteria for the Charles D., Sarah A., and John D. Munsell scholarships. $1,000 awards will be given to Jeremy LaValle, Tyler LaValle, and Alexandria Roberts. The Fraser Bushy Memorial Scholarship for $200 will be awarded to Dakota Brink. Emma Rabideau will receive the $200 Winifred Petroshin Memorial Scholarship. 6 students have been recognized to receive the Bruce L. Crary Memorial Scholarship. Emily Van Valkenburg and Gabrielle Jarvis will each receive $1,100. Nadia Potts will receive $1,000, and Zoe Magoon will receive $900. Dakota Brink will receive $700, and Jeremy LaValle will receive $600. Alyssa Desitel, Emma Dominic, Morgan Lawrence, Madeline Sequin, and Cameron Trombley will each receive a $100 scholarship from the Northern Adirondack FFA. The Upward Bound DEOP scholarship in the amount of $100 each are awarded to Nadia Potts and Kylie Vassar. This year's recipients of the Jeremy Matthews Memorial Scholarships, given by Steve, Marion, and Scott Matthews, are Annika Knight and Nolan Knight. They will each receive $100. The Viola M. Baxter Teacher Scholarship for $300 is awarded to Alexandria Roberts. The family of Aaron Bouye has established a memorial scholarship of $250 in Aaron's name. The recipient is Cameron Trombley. The Lion Mountain Fire Department Alan Chase Memorial Sports Scholarship of $200 is awarded to Dean Belrose. The foundation of CVPH Medical Center awards a $1,000 scholarship to Emma Rabideau. The family and friends of Brian Bouye have established a scholarship in memory of Brian, who is a longtime coach at NAC. Emily Brooks is a recipient of this $250 award. This is the 6th year of the Catherine S. Fritz Memorial Scholarship. $200 is awarded in her name to Aidan Lambert. Mrs. Fritz was a teacher at Northern Adirondack Central. After her retirement from teaching, she spent 16 additional years as a member of the Board of Education. The Dana Moore Federal Credit Union Scholarship in the amount of $250 per year for 4 years is presented to Madeline Sequin. Milfred and Ralph Reynolds are remembered by their children with a $200 scholarship that is awarded to Emma Rabideau. The family and friends of Darcy Manor have established a memorial scholarship in his name. Emma Dominic and Madeline Sequin will each receive $250. This is the 14th year for the Ratabee Scott Memorial Scholarship. Alana Vassar is the recipient of this $500 award. The Barry O'Brien Scholarship that is awarded for excellence in math and citizenship goes to Emily Van Valkenburg for $300. The Ellenburg Depot Volunteer Fire Department is awarding 2 scholarships in the amount of $200 each to Riley Pavetta and Madeline Sequin. The Ross Funeral Home Scholarship is awarded to a recipient who will study medicine or other related fields. Alana Vassar is this year's recipient of $250. The family of Terry Brunel has established 2 memorial scholarships for $250 each to Annika Knight and Tyler LaValle. The Mary Dubray Memorial Scholarships in the amount of $200 each are awarded to Madeline Sequin and Cody Lambert for the athletic and academic excellence. Northern Adirondack Teachers Association High School Award for $50 is being given to Silas Lewis. The NACS Business Club Scholarship has awarded $250 to Nadia Potts. This is the 9th annual scholarship in memory of Nicole Baker. Emma Rabideau will receive $500. CSEA members Unit 6454 has awarded $100 each to Emma Dominic, Brandon Manor, Riley Pavetta, and Cameron Trombley. The Sarah Lawrence Memorial Scholarship, which was created in 2016 to honor the memory of Sarah and her commitment to improving the lives of her children, her adopted community of Ellenburg, New York. Sarah was an active on the Northern Adirondack Central School Board, in the NACS PTO and was a tireless advocate for children. This scholarship, funded by Sarah's family and friends, is designated to support a graduating NAC senior who plans to pursue a career in human services field. Morgan Lawrence will receive this $250 scholarship. The Northern Lights VFW AMVETS Post 8793 scholarship for $500 is awarded to Chelsea Tanzer. Our Lady of the Snows Catholic Daughter Scholarship is awarded to Zoe Magoon in the amount of $250. This year's Crary Gregory Memorial Award for $100 goes to Isaac Pratt. The Northern Adirondack FFA Alumni Awards, $100 to Cameron Trombley, $150 each to Alyssa Desitel and Madeline Sequin, and $300 each to Emma Dominic and Morgan Lawrence. Woodman Life New York Chapter number 462 awards $500 each to Annika Knight and Nolan Knight. The St. Lawrence Grant in the amount of $24,597 a year for 4 years is awarded to Alexandria Roberts. The New York State Academic Excellence Scholarships are awarded to Annika Knight in the amount of $1,500. Matthew Jarvis and Jeremy LaValle will each receive $500. The Shazy Lions Club Scholarship in the amount of $250 is awarded to Gabrielle Jarvis. The Rouse's Point Champlain Kiwanis Scholarship is awarded to Alana Vassar in the amount of $250. Northern Adirondack School Business Official Scholarships in the amount of $250 each are awarded to Annika Knight and Tyler LaValle. Taylor Nichols will receive the Daniel D. Francesco Memorial Endowed Scholarship in the amount of $3,700. Jeremy LaValle will receive the RIT Presidential Scholarship Award in the amount of $18,500 a year for 4 years. James Dean Wilson Memorial Scholarships in the amount of $500 each are awarded to Dakota Brink and Tyler LaValle. Alexandria Roberts will receive the St. Lawrence Presidential Achievement Award in the amount of $28,000 a year for 4 years. The Judy Conowitz 10th Annual Alzheimer's Awareness Basketball Tournament Award in the amount of $500 is awarded to Emily Van Volkenberg. Our congratulations to all of you. And I'd like to say on behalf of all of us at Northern Adirondack Central School that we are most grateful to the individuals and to the organizations who are so generous with their scholarships and donations. Students will receive a list of scholarships and donors and the recipients by mail. Congratulations. The Board of Education has asked Mr. Howard Jennings to take a picture of each graduate as the diploma is presented. This official photograph will be sent to each senior as a memento of this special occasion. People coming up front to take pictures are asked not to move in front of Mr. Jennings' camera. Before we begin, the awarding of diplomas, I would like to take a moment and remind you that this ceremony is a formal recognition of 13 years of work on the part of each graduate. Talking and catcalls are rude and disrespectful to our graduates. It takes away from the honor each of these young adults should feel in receiving their high school diploma. Please show your respect for these students by remaining silent during this part of our evening. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. The 57 students receiving diplomas tonight have met the requirements of the state of New York and the Northern Adirondack School. Please hold your applause till all graduates have received their diplomas. Mr. Minor, Mr. Knight. Logan Christopher Baker Berto. Future plans, Logan will be seeking employment in technology. Dean Travis Belrose. Future plans will be attending North Country Community College for radiologic technology. Thomas Joseph Bergeron. Future plans will be attending the Community College of Rhode Island. Jordan Michael Bosley, future plans, will be entering the workforce. Dakota Allen Brink, future plans, will be attending Clinton Community College for computer security. Emily Cashman Brooks, future plans, will be attending the University at Albany for psychology. Hayden Christopher Bruce, future plans, will be entering the workforce. Colton Isaac Corrier, future plans, will be entering the workforce. Hannah Jade Croto, future plans, will be attending Russell Sage College for psychology. Alyssa Marie Desatel, future plans, will be attending Alfred State for veterinary technology. Emma May Dominic, future plans, will be attending Alfred State for veterinary technology. Mackenzie Dora Dufresne, future plans, will be attending the LPM program at CD Tech. Ethan Michael Forkey, future plans, will be working as an express technician at Bella Toyota. Harmony Eve Goucher, future plans, will be attending Clinton Community College for early childhood education. Hunter Ray William Hewson, future plans, will be attending SUNY Cobleskill for conservation. Gabrielle Lynn Jarvis, future plans, will be attending the Culinary Institute of America for baking and pastry. Matthew Philip Jarvis, Future plans will be entering the workforce. Nathaniel David Jarvis. Future plans will be attending the LPN program at CV Tech. Annika Grace Knight. Future plans will be attending Widener University for sports management. Nolan James Knight. Future plans will be attending Norwich University for civil engineering. Isabella Lee LeGrave Baker. Future plans will be entering the workforce. Aiden Elizabeth Lambert. Future plans will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh for social work. Cody Allen Lambert. Future plans, currently employed at KRS Contracting Remodeling Solutions Incorporated. Dalton Andrew Lashway. Future plans will be entering the workforce. Dustin Andrew Lashway. Future plans will be entering the workforce. Jeremy Reed LaValle. Future plans will be attending Rochester Institute of Technology for Mechanical Engineering with a specialty in aerospace. Caleb Francis LaValle. Future plans will be enlisting in the Army National Guard. Tyler James LaValle. Future plans will be attending Clinton Community College for Business Administration. Morgan Kendall Lawrence. Future plans will be attending the University of North Carolina at Greensboro for social work. Silas Michael Lewis. Future plans will be attending SUNY Canton for sports management. Caden Michael Lyon. Future plans will be seeking employment as a mechanic. Brady Chad Magoon. Future plans will be seeking self-employment in trucking. Zoe Sandra Magoon. Future plans will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh for social work. Brandon Michael Manor. Future plans will be seeking employment in corrections. Taylor Montana Mick. Future plans will be enlisting in the United States Marine Corps. Tyler Jordan Mick. Future plans will be enlisting in the United States Marine Corps. Maya Marie Mitchell. Future plans will be enlisting in the United States Marine Corps. Evan James Nelson. Future plans will be working as a lineman and road mechanic at B&L Construction and Excavation. Taylor Evelyn Nichols. Future plans will be attending Alfred State for veterinary technology. Evan James Olston. Future plans will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh for biology. Ethan Matthew Perry. Future plans will be entering the workforce. Riley Lynn Pavetta. Future plans will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh for medical technology. Nadia Lynn Potts. Future plans will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh for political science. Isaac William Pratt. Future plans will be working at Mark II Construction. Emma Lynn Rabideau. Future plans will be attending SUNY Plattsburgh for biochemistry. Alexandria Rose Roberts. Future plans will be attending St. Lawrence University for biological science. Madeline Marie Sequin. Future plans will be attending SUNY Canton for veterinary technician. Layla Marie Spoor. Future plans will be attending the cosmetology program at CV Tech. Chelsea Lynn Tanzer. Future plans will be attending the University of North Carolina at Greensboro for speech pathology. Cameron Brad Trombley. Future plans will be attending SUNY Potsdam for criminal justice. Jesse Ryan Van Nortrick. Future plans will be seeking employment as an electrician. Emily Elizabeth Van Valkenburg. Future plans will be attending the University of Maine for biochemistry. Alana Grace Vassar. Future plans will be attending St. Lawrence University for pre-med. Kylie May Vassar. Future plans will be attending St. Lawrence University for English and History. Wyatt Earl Warren. Future plans will be attending small Paul Smith for Arboriculture Landscape and Design. Joshua Daniel Wright. Future plans will be attending Clinton Community College for Criminal Justice. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, it is my pleasure to ask class president and valedictorian Annika Knight to read the farewell address. Ms. Knight.
Good evening, families, friends, faculty and staff, and the distinguished class of 2021. It is an honor to be standing in front of you all tonight as we celebrate our graduating class. In fact, I would like to take the time to thank the people at Northern Adirondack who have contributed to the successes of every individual here beside me. I would like to thank the administration for being patient and allowing us to become the individuals we are throughout our time here, and for allowing us to use our creative juices to implement new ideas for events and celebrations. On behalf of the senior class, we would like to thank the teachers for giving their all, almost every single day, and for laboring to provide us with an education unlike no other. We would also like to thank them for pushing us throughout all the good times and the bad times too, particularly on the days when we did not want to learn or be in school at all. Their constant nudges to turn our work in or to focus were greatly appreciated. We would like to thank the lunch staff for providing us with food and putting up with us throughout our constant complaining of what we would like them to cook next, even though we did not receive calzones at all this year. We would like to especially thank the custodial staff for supplying us with clean facilities every day. Your work did not go unappreciated. I know how hard it must be cleaning up after boys day after day. Trust me, I live with one. We would also like to give a huge thank you to our senior class advisors, Mrs. Zinger and Ms. Ferrero. Thank you so much for choosing our class and believing in us the whole 4 years we have been with you. You will be missed. Finally, we would like to thank all of our families for standing by us and being there for us in times of doubt. Although there are only a select few of us able to speak in front of you all tonight, I can say on behalf of everyone, we love you. Without you guys, we would not be where we are today, and are so beyond thankful for your support over the years. I stand before you all tonight as the 2021 valedictorian. 2 years ago, I found out I was in the running for this spot, and it was then and there that I realized I wanted it. I worked hard for it, sacrificed for it, stressed for it, spent countless hours studying for it, and let me say it again, I stressed for it. This goal was not an easy one, to say the least. This class is tremendously smart and has always been keeping me on my toes since I can remember. But I got it. When Mr. Loffman pulled me into his office a few weeks ago and told me the news, it felt so good. So good for a matter of 30 seconds. 30 seconds of my heart racing, adrenaline pumping, and a feeling inside of, yeah, I did it. 30 seconds of finally feeling accomplished and relieved from all the pressure I had been putting myself under. But then there came a 31st second, and at that moment, once everything had its time to sink in, I began thinking to myself, that's it? Why am I not feeling anything else? The one thing I had always been dreaming of, I got. To be honest, although, I do not really know what to expect, balloons to drop, a parade to magically appear, or maybe I was hoping for all of my problems to fade away in comparison to this outstanding achievement. But at that moment, I felt nothing. I actually became stressed out about having to write a speech for this here tonight, but I'm nailing it, aren't I? I believe I felt nothing at all because of the amount of time and effort I had put in this year along with so many others. This year was terrible. A year and a half ago, when the world got shut down, I did not know where we were heading next or what it would look like. Are we going to have a senior year? Are we not going to have a senior year? It was all unknown. I am happy to say that although we did get to spend one day a week here in the high school, we missed out on numerous opportunities that seniors usually take part in. I am proud to be a part of this class because we did not let the current circumstances get in the way of attaining our dreams after high school. We are fighters and always have been. I mean, we missed out on our 4th grade skiing trip, did not get to go whitewater rafting on our stable cabin trip in 5th grade, nor did we get to have a junior prom. There are so many things we missed out on that I could go on for a while, but I will spare you all from that. To cut down on some time, my main point I am trying to make is that even though we all faced these rough patches along the way, we still somehow ended up making it here tonight. Through thick and thin, this class has stuck together unlike no other, and is what I believe the best class NAC has seen and probably will ever see. Although that may sound a tad biased, who wouldn't talk up their class like that? Anyway, this year has been a tough one, and the amount of work we received exceeded everyone's expectations. Through the late nights studying or wiping tears from our eyes, this class persevered through. Class of 2021, if there is one piece of advice I can give to you all, it is to not let anything come in your way from achieving the goals you have set for yourself. You are so much more than what you see, and you can do anything. Be unstoppable, the world is all yours. Go out there and make great things happen. In parting, I would like to leave you with this quote that a wise man often says when faced with adversity and must carry on. It is what it is, meaning that sometimes you cannot change the present, but you have an opportunity to change the future. That wise man is known by some as Jimmy Knight, by most of you here tonight as superintendent, and by me, Dad. Thank you.
Finally, I'd like to ask Mr. Jimmy Knight to give us our closing remarks and lead our students in the tassel ceremony.
Good evening, senior class of 2021 and invited guests. It is my pleasure as the superintendent of schools to be here with you to celebrate your completion of high school. One of the things they tell you to avoid doing as an educator is to ever choose a favorite class. Well, I must come clean and admit that I have broken that valuable piece of advice. You are no doubt my all-time favorite class of students, not only for the obvious reason that my 2 children are sitting amongst you, but because all of you have been a part of so many memories that I have shared with you and your families. From the parent orientation sessions prior to the start of kindergarten, to the pride assemblies and underclass graduations and awards assemblies during your elementary years, to the continued ceremonies throughout middle and high school, accompanied by the plays, musicals, and sporting events. I am proud to have watched all of you grow into the young adults that you are today, ready to take on the world. Like most of the adults here tonight who have supported you along your journey, I have my favorite moments and some that I would like to forget, but all of them were important in the passage through school. A personal favorite memory for me was the age-old Longhouse project that students seem to have done forever during their middle school career. Because I think it is now safe to share, since you will be officially a high school graduate in a little bit, that there are about 6 of you in this group whose projects were completed by me in my front lawn what seems like many years ago. For whatever reason, I don't believe there are any pictures from that day, most likely because it was before you all started carrying cell phones, but I have that memory in my head to reflect on and smile. Your school careers are full of valuable memories, and I hope that someday you can look back on things and enjoy the fun you had and the people you were surrounded by. There is no doubt that this past year was not easy. In fact, I remember at last year's graduation talking about how much the graduating class had missed out on during their last 4 months of high school, never once expecting to have a graduating class this year endure what you have been through. From not knowing what to expect during the summer, having pretty much been locked down for months, to going through a school year where you attended school 1 day a week and worked remotely in a way you had never done before, to often getting your hopes up for something and then having the plans change what seemed like 100 times before an event could even happen. I am very proud of all of you for the level of perseverance that you portrayed and your willingness to work with the high school staff in orchestrating the events that you could salvage, like Halloween, a prom, shortened sports seasons, the Roaring Twenties Day, and everything else that helped create a brief level of normalcy during this crazy year. Even though this past year was different than anything ever experienced, I hope all of you have learned from this and have become more resilient, while striving to be more kind and compassionate to your fellow man. I recognize that some of you may still have some maturing to do, but as a whole, you are ready for the challenges that lie ahead of you in life. I sure hope for your sake and all of ours that what we have been through this past year was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. However, I must warn you that you will again be faced with challenges that push you to your limits, but know that those of us here who have watched you grow will always be there to help you through. We have confidence in you and can't wait to see how you make us proud. In conclusion to my comments today, I would like to read the lyrics to a song that was popular when I graduated from high school, in the early 90s for those of you trying to guess, that I think could be used to reflect upon your time in high school. The song is "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday" by Boys to Men. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. And if we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the wait. It's hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take away my memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye. Now that I have read the song lyrics to you, I hope you all look it up later and listen to it at least once and reflect upon the unique memories that you share with the other graduates sitting in caps and gowns with you. At the very least, be thankful that I didn't attempt to sing that song to you. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2021. I will miss you and I will always love you. After all, you are my favorite class of all time. Now at this time, for the most important part of graduation, the tassel turn, I ask for all the graduates to please stand. It is with great pleasure that I ask you to move your tassel from the side which represents you as a student to the other side where we can welcome you to the illustrious club that recognizes you as high school graduates. Congratulations, class of 2021.